Welcome back. In the words of Snoop Dogg, greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey. Hannah's here. Welcome, Hannah.
I'm baby Spice.
Hi. Welcome to my humble abode. Welcome to the first episode of the new season of In Other Words. Okay. I'm your host, Jules Grillo, and it's my name. Thanks. In the words of Snoop Dogg, greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey. A little about me. I'm 21 years old, a plant mommy, Steely Dan stan, a lover of the OG Greta Thunberg and a white guy's body, Al Gore. Let's hear it for Al Gore. Yeah. And I'm a lover of long walks on the New Jersey Transit. I can't read the prompter because I am visually impaired, and I also never learned how to read, so this is going to be a fun season. Let's get right into it. So the trailer for Stranger Things Season 4 was released on Friday, and it has me asking, what are they going to name the last season? Personally, I hope that they just call it Strangest Things. Huh? I'm glad Hopper is still alive. I'm in desperate need of a father figure after Al Gore blocked me on Twitter. Gore. The creators of Stranger Things are continuing with their romanticization of the 80s by moving past all the dumb music and fashion and doubling down on the fun Cold War stuff. Yeah! I'm happy to see Stranger Things is finally delving into the subject matter that I think every show is lacking: sad old Russian men. Speaking of sad old men, a leaked tape of presidential candidate Mike Bloomberg has him under fire after he implemented a stop and frisk practices for the NYPD aimed at minorities. So when asked for a response to the leaked tape, President Trump said, "That's all he did? Frisk?" Yeah. I'm surprised that Bernie's tapes didn't make nearly as many headlines. After all, his uncovered tapes feature his stop and give a fatherly pat on the shoulder policy from the 80s. So, speaking of Bernie Sanders, he made a surprise guest appearance on Curb Your Enthusiasm for the season premiere. He was in like every scene. He even wore like a MAGA hat in one of them. I was like, what? Oh, that was Larry David. Okay, cool. The results of the New Hampshire primary gave Bernie a slight victory in the popular vote, and he tied with Pete Buttigieg in delegates. However, my only question is, why are there actual people who are willing to live in New Hampshire at this point? New Hampshire sounds like the latest rich suburb in rural London, not one of the 50 states. But guys, just wait for our state humor later. Oh, have I got a segment for you. I, too, keep up with primaries. I know when the primaries happen. I also know how to do them good, and I'm a primary addict. I just can't get enough of those primaries. Personally, I can't wait for the secondaries to come. Guys. I don't understand why we even have primaries in New Hampshire anymore. Demographically, we're just talking about 39-year-old women named Genevieve who drive blue Subarus to bring Ziggy to Montessori school and use canvas bags to shop local. So they have a lot of white guilt, and guys, they're definitely voting blue anyway, so why bother? Andrew Yang dropped out of the race, so no surprise that when you run a campaign on promise to give away free money, you'll eventually run out of it. My Uncle Jerry was really confident in Yang, so he told me he placed bets on Yang beating Trump in the finals. Jerry isn't really great at politics or betting. Fact checkers have been confirming the science of the 2011 Gwyneth Paltrow film Contagion in the wake of the coronavirus, which is definitely the best use of our scientists at this time with the global virus. The second Cornell student suspected of having coronavirus tested negative, confirming that no one in New York State has the virus, which is pretty cool. Really cool, though, that they had the excuse of coronavirus for a while there. I kind of wish that I was quarantined.
Jules,
Hey, Anna. What are you doing here?
I've got some words to say to you, sister.
Oh, did I like offend you in a read-through?
No, you're great. You're great. It's just that there isn't enough room on the set for 2 quirky, funny short girls.
Oh. I'm not here to step on anyone's toes, and I'm just here to make some funny jokes, Hannah. Come on.
I'm watching you, Pipsqueak.
Danny DeVito! I love your work! Guys, just wait till she meets Justina. We'll be right back. Don't know what to do. Hi. Welcome back to In Other Words. I've been alone with you inside my mind. This year, my mom was my Valentine, and all she gave me was crippling abandonment issues. So, and she keeps regifting. Anyway, I'm feeling a little lonely, so let's bring out this week's correspondence. First, it's everyone's favorite daddy long legs. It's Ronan. Next, she's personally responsible for saving me from 3 separate burning buildings, Jenna. And also, Quinn is here.
Yeah!
Guys, you're my personal Valentines.
Aww. Valentine? Who's Valentine? Is she single?
Valentine's Day is a time for lonely people to vent about their normies who managed to find a significant other that wasn't scared off by one's extensive knowledge of Dog with a Blog lore.
Love is in the air. Wait, no, that's the coronavirus.
The idea that a baby is going to shoot me with a bow and arrow seems more and more realistic than me having a Valentine this year.
Valentine's Day gets a lot of hate, but personally, I love that there's one day a year that men are socially pressured to live up to our expectations.
How was my Valentine's Day? I'm so glad you asked. I felt like a Klobuchar supporter. Alone. Defeated. Super into some lady who has no idea I exist and probably isn't worth my time.
I mean, I just don't get it. I'm clumsy, I have brown hair, I wear glasses. How am I not quirky enough to trip into the right cynic's arms just after he gives up on love? I guess I just need bangs.
Something that never made sense to me is why Valentine's Day flowers are so expensive. Why am I paying $60 for something that took a couple months to grow, then when they're finally ready, they die in a couple of weeks if you don't give them constant attention? Honestly, sounds like every relationship I've been in.
Valentine's Day is just another holiday perpetrated by large corporations to sell merchandise and products centered around love to mindless couples, so I decided to protest the holiday by being single again. That'll show them.
Valentine's Day is the day where someone gives you a cherry blow pop and you grudgingly start sucking on that thing until all the hard candy melts away and the only thing left is the extremely sharp gum part that feels like you were sucking on shards of glass and aluminum foil. You smile in pain as the red from the flavoring becomes indistinguishable from the blood pooling in your mouth.
You okay, Ronan?
My mouth is healing nicely, thanks for asking.
Wow. Honestly, I miss all the Valentine's Days in elementary school when everyone would give each other cute notes and Valentines in class. Now all I get for Valentine's Day is a dollar store card from my mom and the knowledge that I'll die alone. So now elementary schoolers are getting advertisements for Juul vape pens on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. How do y'all feel about that?
Vape gods wear pants.
Nicotine addiction.
Sure. Jules can market pods to children, but Nickelodeon won't air my commercial because children don't care about the crimes of the Clinton administration.
They even used to market on CoolMath.com, a group that has recently announced a new line of games such as Papa's Jewelleria and E-Cig Boy and Vapo Girl and the Temple of Popcorn Lung. So.
I just realized her name is Jules.
Ronan. Don't speak.
Not only has Jules sold ads to popular TV networks, but they also appear on websites HelloKids.com and AllFreeKidsCrafts.com. In just a few short weeks, All Free Kids Crafts' next tutorial will be on how to suppress a looming nicotine addiction widespread throughout our nation's young people.
Speaking of subjects on the docket for this week's PTA meeting, Marvel has recently announced their first openly gay character will be appearing in their upcoming film Eternals.
Marvel announced that it will be releasing a movie with its first ever openly gay superhero. My incognito tab full of Tony Stark Steve Rogers fanfic says otherwise.
At least we're finally getting a gay superhero. We've had a gay supervillain for years now.
Who, Quinn? Loki? Like, his skin and hair. Guys, it's too good.
No, no, no. Thanos. Come on. Have you ever seen a straight man snap with such force? I don't think so.
This is progress? But we need more. How about asexual Ant-Man or bisexual Bruce Banner or even sort of questioning Spider-Man deserves to have his story told?
Yeah, I agree. Other options consist of homosexual Hawkeye, pansexual Peter Parker, non-binary Nick Fury, and trans T'Challa.
Marvel should have just followed the J.K. Rowling model to save time. Just say a character was gay or a minority the whole time and blame the audience for not picking up on it.
So I guess we just gotta get ready for a hero that mentions being gay like once or twice in segments that can be safely edited for foreign release. Thanks so much to our correspondents. Ronan, not you. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You know, we all live in states of being. But what about the united ones? Let's talk about it. I'm here with our two correspondents, Jay and Justina, and also our co-head writer, Chris, who wrote himself into this segment.
We got a lot of jokes. Let's do this.
Welcome,
50
Chris.
of them. Thank
States, let's talk about them.
Alabama, roll tide, more like roll out of here, please.
Alaska, where you at, homies? Not with the rest of us. Go on.
Arizona, you gotta moisturize.
Arkansas, why is there no Kansas? But this is no Arkansas. America, explain.
you. California, Hollywood, not as good as Dollywood. Get out of here.
Colorado, more like call a cab and get out of here
Connecticut, get connected.
for free.
Free with education connection.
Delaware, you were the first state. Congrats, want a medal? Ugh.
Hey, Florida, you know what you did.
Georgia, well, howdy there, y'all. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Hawaii, you're kind of pretty. What if we went out? JK. Unless.
Idaho, thanks for the potatoes and also nothing else.
Illinois, you got a big bean? Well, I've never been. Lay off.
Indiana Jones, Indiana. We didn't even claim you. Get out of here.
Iowa, sorry this joke is still gathering data. Should be released next week.
Kansas, if I were Dorothy, I would have stayed in Oz. Get out of here.
Kentucky, give us your chicken and go. And please take McConnell with you.
Louisiana, Mardi Gras, more like Marty, get out of here.
Maine, too far up, cut it out.
Maryland, good morning, Baltimore. You lose points because hairspray takes place there. Do better.
Massachusetts, go pocket car and get out of here before I get wicked pissed.
Michigan, why are there two of you? Pick one. Give the other to Canada and move on. Gosh.
Minnesota, oh hey, didn't see you there. Don't you know how to say beg? You betcha.
Mississippi, please just fall into the river. Too many S's, get out of here.
Missouri, everyone here is like, I am in misery.
Montana, too big, knock it off.
Nebraska, Omaha, you're stupid looking.
Nevada, desert, I prefer dessert.
New Hampshire, your motto is live free or die. I'd rather die.
New Jersey, no joke, perfect state. Keep up the good work.
New Mexico, try to spell Albuquerque without feeling like a fool. You can't.
New York, Trump was born here and we won't let you forget it.
North Carolina, who's Charlotte? Get out of here.
North Dakota, unnecessary state. Fargo, more like far away.
Ohio, didn't see you there. Whew.
Oklahoma, your musical sucks.
Oregon, is it Oregon or Oregon? I don't have an answer and I don't care.
Pennsylvania, I love making fun of the Amish because they'll never see this.
Rhode Island, too small, knock it off.
South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, justice for Moaning Myrtle, guys. That's what I say.
South Dakota, why don't you carve these fists into a rock? Ugh, no.
Tennessee? Are you anything other than a pickup line at this point? Come on. Dollywood, though. We love Dollywood.
Texas, everything is bigger. Listen, if you're that self-conscious, you can just tell us, all right?
Utah, why is your lake so salty? Grow up.
Hey, Vermont, you got Ben and Jerry's? But I'm lactose intolerant. What's the deal?
Virginia, you're like West Virginia but East. Stop it.
Washington, thank you for iCarly. Next.
Washington, D.C. Oh, so you can vote now. You think you're a state. That's not how this works, sweetie.
West Virginia, you're like Virginia but West. Stop it.
Wisconsin, cheese. I'm also lactose intolerant. Bully.
Wyoming, all you are is big and nice to look at. My butt does the same thing, and that isn't even a state yet.
And finally, Puerto Rico. You're not a state yet. What's the deal? What's the holdup? Come on. So that's our state segment. Thank you. Not enough state discourse. Thanks for watching for this long. We'll be right back, but before we go, get out of here! Get out of here!
Hello, everybody. My name is Rona Mack, and welcome back to Another Words. It's Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm sad and lonely, and we're hoping to stop one of those two things. We're having people swipe right or left on my photos of me. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna ask people to swipe on Ronan, and let's see what they say. So let's get someone. There's not many people around. Excuse me, can I ask you a question real quick? Sure. Awesome. So, this guy, would you swipe right or left on him and be his Valentine, possibly?
Right, I guess.
You would swipe right? All right, Ronan, come on out. You got yourself a Valentine.
Oh my goodness, hello. How is it going?
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
What direction did we swipe?
Right?
Yay! Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Would you still swipe right?
I don't know.
Good answer. All right.
Next victim.
He knows something's up. Do you see that awkward eye contact? Excuse me, can I ask you a question real quick? Come in the camera. So as you know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and we are trying to set up our friend with someone. Would you swipe left or right on this person?
He's a pretty good looking dude. How tall is he?
Why don't you see for yourself?
Pretty tall. Oh, I definitely swipe right.
Oh!
This is surprising. Well, hello.
Hi.
So now we're in a relationship. I'd like you to meet.
Hello.
What's your name?
Oh, Graham.
Hi, Graham. I like you, Graham.
Thank you.
Now we're dating, Graham.
Wow.
This is great. This is exactly what I imagined a relationship to be like. Thank you.
Ronan, how are you feeling?
This is a lot more people swiping right than I would have expected.
Is that a good thing? Do you feel great or do you feel awkward? I think you feel pretty awkward.
I feel great, and my facial expressions and body language would absolutely exude that I'm feeling confident and exuberant right now. No, I can't do this anymore.
Okay, someone's coming. Go back to your hiding place.
Hi, Jules, can we ask you a question for In Other Words?
Oh no.
So we have a really lonely, sad guy, you know, he needs a Valentine. Would you swipe right or left on him?
I think that's a conflict of interest, as he is a correspondent on the show in which I am host.
So you would swipe left.
So I would not get the app. I would avoid the issue altogether.
What do you have to say to that?
What did you say? You said you would swipe left.
No, I said it was a conflict of interest.
So, what if you were to be presented with this image, with these two hunks of a man?
Regardless,
You.
that's you.
Yes.
Regardless of the photos, I know you, so it makes it kind of difficult.
So you're swiping left.
So I'm refusing to say a comment at this time.
I'm just gonna assume she's gonna delete the app.
Bye.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, come in the frame, don't be shy. As you know, Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday. I was just wondering if you would swipe left or right on our dear friend. Right? Wait, hold on. Ronan, come on out.
Oh, no, I was like...
He said he'd swipe right on you.
Oh,
No,
you wouldn't actually?
no, I would actually. I mean, you got what you got, but like...
No.
But, I mean...
It's just for the show. You didn't want to be mean.
No, I mean, I mean, you're much, like, bigger in person, so...
Yeah,
so
I
that's
get
a little
it.
spicy. I'm not
Okay.
gay at all, so...
Okay.
So it doesn't even really make sense. But I mean,
Yeah.
I can give you my number.
That's okay.
If I'm
I don't
feeling
need
down
it.
someday.
But I appreciate it. Okay. All right, bye.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm so glad that happened because boy oh boy did I learn a few things about myself along the way. Thank you for joining me on swiping left or right on me, and see you in other words.
Welcome back to In Other Words. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last few weeks, you know that the Democratic primaries are in full swing, but there may be a primary race that you haven't heard of yet. The Republican primaries. Ever heard of them? I know what you're thinking, but wait, Donald Trump is a first-term president. Why are we talking about the Republican primaries? And that's exactly the problem. Just like UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, my personal funny Valentine, no one is talking about them. It's incredibly rare for an incumbent president to be primaried by serious candidates from within his own party. The last time this happened to Republicans was to President Bush in 1992, and it hasn't happened to the Democrats since 1980 with President Carter. And for those of you playing along at home, those are the last two presidents to serve only one term. So just check that out. You probably have never heard of the three notable candidates registered to run against Trump: Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Just kidding. It's former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld, former South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford, and former Illinois Congressman Joe Walsh. The Republican National Committee has made it abundantly clear that they have no interest in making this a real primary challenge, and as a result, Sanford and Walsh have already dropped out of the race, leaving Governor Weld as the sole Republican trying to put up a fight against Trump, other than Melania, of course. To get the whole story, we have to go all the way back to May of 2018, when the RNC announced that they would be disbanding their committee for organizing debates, which sent a clear message to potential candidates that they shouldn't even bother. Trump has publicly declined any interest in participating in any primary debates to avoid getting challengers' credibility, and presumably so that we don't see that he can't do words too good. And if you don't like the lack of debates, if you find the lack of debates undemocratic enough, hold on, because as of now, at least 7 states have completely canceled their Republican primaries. Not only do we not get to hear from the candidates, we don't get to hear from the people either. So where does that leave us? 2 candidates remain declared in the Republican primaries, and we're already 2 contests in. Let's take a look at one of those, shall we? This past Tuesday, New Hampshire voters headed to the polls to cast the very first ballots of the 2020 race, and something interesting happened. President Trump won 85.6% of the vote, and Governor Weld won 9.1%. So, just so we're clear, the president lost nearly 10% of Republicans in a race that has gotten next to 0 coverage and has no debates. Wouldn't it be interesting to see what would happen if maybe, I don't know, every state got a chance to vote, and maybe we heard from the candidates side by side, like, what's that called? Primaries. Former Governor Weld is running the longest of long shot campaigns and will definitely not be the president of the United States. In fact, he'd have better luck playing pickup sticks with his butt cheeks. Trust me, I've tried. But that's not the point. The point is that candidates are not being given the chance to speak, and the voters are not being given the chance to vote. In other words, it's hard to have a democracy without being democratic. I'm Jules, and this is In Other Words. See you next time.